Hey everyone, Dr. Beth Westy here, and I do these videos just to educate women more on how their bodies work and function and how you can use your whole food nutrition to align more with your hormones to get and keep a better result. I am the author of the book, The Female Fat Solution, and the host of the podcast, The Female Health Solution. And right now, I'm going to put this in the link, this link below in the comments right now of this video, where you can get added to the waitlist for the 12-week menopause challenge. Now, this is a challenge where I will take you step by step through the nutrition that you need each day, each week, each month to really work with your new body as it's in perimenopause and menopause. This is a whole new world, right? You get a new body when you go into menopause. Everything changes. Your hormones change, and your hormones affect everything in your body and system. So that means your energy is going to change. Your digestive system is going to change, right? Your metabolism changes. All these things change. So it would make sense that you would want to update and change how you eat to match with the new body that you have so you can get and keep an easier and better result, right? Yes. Okay. So if you have questions on any of this, again, don't hesitate to reach out, but get on this wait list because this is really going to be a life-changing thing. And I only take so many women into this group because I do work really closely with each person to make sure that you're able to shift and change how you're eating to get and keep the best results. Now, I'm going to talk about having hysterectomy because this is one of the most common questions I get from women when we're talking about menopause. So, menopause can happen in the female body, and essentially this menopause officially means it's been 12 months without a period, right? That's like the, phase of life type of thing. You're in menopause. But you can go into menopause at an earlier age, right? I'm using these quotation fingers, an earlier age than what you would think because of having a hysterectomy. So, for example, I have a friend that her mom actually had a really close call with breast cancer, and then she got genetic testing done, and she tested BRCA positive, so she decided to do get ahead of the game. She was like, I'm not even going to mess with this stuff. I'm not. So she had a double mastectomy and a hysterectomy to just not even mess with, getting cancer. She was terrified of it. So she was 35 and had these surgeries and got slammed into menopause at 35 years old. So a lot of times for women like that, you're still in menopause. Your body still has these changes. It just happens in a quick, traumatic way. So having a hysterectomy, and there's different types, right? I'm not going to get into the types as much, that type of a thing. But essentially, if you have a hysterectomy, you get your uterus removed. And sometimes they leave the ovaries and sometimes they don't, just depending, right? So if you have your ovaries still, your ovaries are actually the producers of estrogen and progesterone. So you should have still that ebb and flow of hormone each month. And a lot of women don't know where they're at though in their hormone cycle still because they're like, oh, I don't have a period anymore. So whatevs, But you still should pay attention to some of the other signs and symptoms of your body because you can still use your nutrition to get better performance, to get better sleep, to get more energy, to help your system build and maintain more lean muscle because that's where it's at, right? That's estrogen plays a huge role in that. And then when we talk about things like burning fat, the female body has a harder time burning fat because it's designed to store fat. Yay. So when we're looking at things like, okay, you've had a hysterectomy, and for a lot of women that have had a hysterectomy, they had a hysterectomy because of hormonal issues to begin with. So, right? So you're like, oh, well, how do I deal with this hormonal issue? Things got better because I had the hysterectomy. Okay. Yep. But I gotta tell you, it's not necessarily easy. It's not easy to think about, okay, I've had a hysterectomy. Where are my hormones at? I'm not sure. I don't notice anything that much. I don't know where to start, right? You can still start somewhere and get a good result. Still start somewhere in changing your nutrition. Because overall, when you've had a hysterectomy, your body will go and shift and change in some fashion and manner. So going into menopause, your body still does need a lot of attention. You had the hysterectomy because of the, we'll say, previous hormonal issues. That doesn't mean that the hormonal issues are gone, right? If excess inflammation and stress and all these other things caused your hormones to get out of whack that led to some other issues that then you had a hysterectomy, right? That's again like a downstream problem. You're not taking care of the original source, right? Maybe you still need help processing through excess hormone in your system. So those are the things that I take women through in the 12-week menopause challenge. I take you through really teaching your system and body to get through that hormone so you don't have these side effects still. Because a lot of women that have had a hysterectomy, they feel even more lost with where their body's at now. And they're like, oh, well, I had this hysterectomy and now I've gained weight and now I can't lose it. What's happening? And it still is, there's a underlying hormone issue. That didn't go away, right? You just took care, say there was terrible fibroids or something like that you got rid of, and that, okay, yep, I was having terrible periods and I got rid of that, so I'm much better now. Great. Okay, great. But that hormone issue is still there. So what's the answer? You have to go through and do a detox for those hormones. Otherwise, you're still going to have the other systemic negative repercussions of that, meaning you're still going to have the weight gain, you're still going to have the fatigue, you're still going to have the, sometimes your joints just ache. You're like, ugh, this isn't me. I feel better, things are better, but I'm still not me. You know what I mean, right? Where you're like, this isn't my original, this isn't my, this isn't the me that I want to be. And so it comes from really starting in the right place with the hormone detox. Taking care of that gets your body reset. At that point, you can start to do different things to push your metabolism forward. Now, I'll also know that with having a hysterectomy, yes, you're going to be doing these things to help your system and body function better, move better, right? Need more protein, all of this stuff, right? That's going to help you get and keep a better result. But this is one of the most common things I have questions on, because when women are given a hysterectomy, that's a major surgery. And you're not given a lot of tools. You're not given a lot of information about what to do and what your new body and life is like after this. Hi, Katie. Life is tough after you have this, and it's totally different. And if you still have your ovaries, yes, you still have a hormonal cycle, but what if they take your ovaries? Yeah, then you are slammed into menopause. And if you're not doing any hormonal replacement therapy, and even if you are sometimes, things are still off in your system. Is it because of the hysterectomy? No, the issues were there long before. They're just still around. But that doesn't mean that there aren't things you can do to take care of them. And it starts here. And then it starts with changing your nutrition. And it starts with rebuilding a stronger, healthier body. So these are all things that I walk you through step by step. But again, just know that if you've had a hysterectomy, if you're wondering about where to start, this is the place to start. This place will get you the answers that you need. It will get you started on the right path. But know that the path is not just 30 days long, right? That's the other thing. A lot of gals will think, oh, well, I did this and it didn't really work. And I'm like, well, how long were you doing it? Well, I did it for a month. Okay, that's good, but that's just, so tiny. It does take longer, because it takes longer for that hormone cycle to shift and change in your system. And that's just how the female body works. So that's what I got for you guys today. Please let me know if you have any questions. This is just a brief overview. I will be going more into this on the wait list. So again, before we even start, I want to give you guys more information. But if you want more, and if you're like, yes, I need more on this, click the link, join that wait list, send it to a friend that you know that could use this help, because this is how women are going to make a change, by telling other women about this helpful information that you can actually utilize and get a better result. So, all right, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you later.